बहुदाकीतं छंदोभि विविधै पृथक् ब्रह्मसूत्रपदैश्चैव हेतुमद्भिः विनिश्चितैः. Yesterday we are discussing Tat Khetram, this body, how we enter into different types of body, how it is obtained. There are 8,400,000 forms of body, according to the qualities. 3 qualities, 3 multiplied by 3 it becomes 9, 9 multiplied by 9 it becomes 81. So at least in the lower grades of forms there are 81 lakhs or 8,100,000, and above that about 400,000 forms of human being. So one has to understand, unfortunately, people are so foolish at the present moment that they do not believe in the next life. Mudha. What to speak of understanding God and Krishna, they have no even the basic principle of spiritual knowledge. Basic principle of spiritual knowledge is to understand that I am not this body, I am spirit soul, I am now fallen in this material condition, and therefore, according to my different desires, I am accepting different types of body and wandering throughout the whole universe. Sometimes this body, sometimes that body, sometimes in this planet, sometimes in other planet. This has become my unfortunate condition of life. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu therefore says, Ei rupe brahmana bhramite kono bhagwaniji. We are wandering in this cycle of birth and death and wandering in the universe. In this way, in the process of our wandering, somewhere or other, if we become fortunate by association of devotees, by understanding the Vedic knowledge, Jnana Vairagya Juktaya, human life is made for achieving knowledge and vairagya. Not that to increase the animal propensities even up to the point of death. That is not human life. Human life is made for tapasya, tapo dibbam, putraka, jina, shuddhita, satya. Unfortunately, the modern civilization does not care for all these things, and it is very risky civilization, because nature process is that as you create your mentality, you get next life a similar body. Karmana daivanetrena jantar deho upapatti. You, in this body, you have to work, because this material world means one has to work. So, by your karma, if your karma is not adjusted, if you do not work as a human being to be promoted to the qualification of a Brahmana, and then surpass the Brahmana qualification, become a Vaishnava, then your life is not perfect. Nati vidu sartha gating hi Vishnu. Uh, when our aim of life will be to understand our relationship with Vishnu, Nati vidu, but we do not know it. We are so much captivated by the external energy Maya that the whole program is how to forget Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of God. But our real aim of life is to know our relationship with the Supreme Personality of God, Vishnu. Nati vidu sartha gating hi Vishnu durasaya. They are trying to become happy within this material world. Durasaya je bohirarthamani. Bohi means external energy. God has got parasya shakti vividaiva shriyate. He has got multi-energies. All these multi-energies have been grossly divided into three. The external energy, the internal energy, and the marginal energy. So we living entities, we are the marginal energy. Marginal means between the two, spiritual energy and material energy. At the present moment, those who are in this material world, we are under the influence of material energy. But we can get out of this material energy by bhagwat bhakti. Mameva ja prapaddante, mayametaং taranti. By our surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, we can get out of these clutches of external energy and again become under the internal energy. Mahatmanastamang prartha dvaivi prakriti masrita. Now we are under the influence of Mahamaya. When we put ourselves under the influence of Yogamaya, then we again go back to home, back to God. So this is a great science, and Vedic literature profusely has described this science, how to get out of these clutches of external energy. That is, Krishna says in the next verse, Rishivi Bahuda Geetam. Rishivi, not ordinary person. Rishi, great, just like Vyasdev, Maharshi, Devarshi, Rajarshi, Rishi. Formerly, the Brahmanas, there were rishis, and the Kshatriyas also, they were also just like rishis. Therefore they are called Rajarsi. The spiritual science is not understandable by ordinary man. Just like Krishna says in the 4th chapter, Imam Rajarsayo Vidu. This science was understood by the great Rajarsis, just like Maharaj Yudhishthira, Rajarsi, Lord Ramchandra, Rajarsi, Maharaj Parikshit, Rajarsi, Maharaj Ikhaku, Rajarsi. There are many. They were Rajarsis. The monarchy was not a cheap thing. The king was as good as a rishi. Therefore they are called Rajarsi. The king used to rule over the citizens on the permission of the great sages, just like Narad, the Devarshi, used to visit Maharaj Yudhishthira. Similarly other kings. So spiritual science is meant for great personalities, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, not for the Vaishyas and the Shudras. One has to get to the quality of Brahmana and Kshatriya. So Krishna says therefore, among Rajarsayo Vidu, and let one is Rishi, great Rishi, great saintly persons. One cannot understand the spiritual science. Therefore, Krishna says, although Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, he can personally say anything which is authorized, still he is giving reference to the statement of the rishis. This is the way of Vedic understanding. You cannot establish anything dogmatically. In my opinion, it is like this. What you are nonsense? What is your opinion? Even Krishna says, Rishivi Bahuvi, Rishivi Bahuda Geeta. There are different kinds of rishis. Gautam Rishi, Kanada Rishi. They are spoken different. In India there are 6 kinds of philosophies, but they are not recognized. Rishi, just like Devala Rishi, Narada Rishi, Vyasadeva, Ashita Rishi, Valmiki Rishi, they are recognized. Rishi bhi Bhuvya Geetam. So, they have got different philosophical ways to understand. Therefore, Bhagwat summarizes that Tattva Pratishtha Sutayo Vivinya Naso Rishi Jasa Matangana Vinda. He is not a rishi whose opinion is not different. Yes. You are a rishi, you have got some different system of philosophy. And if I want to become a rishi, then I must disagree with you, just like in modern days it is going on, scientific research, philosophical research. Therefore, it is said, Naso rishi jasa matangana bhinnam. One cannot become a rishi unless he gives his personal different opinion. Therefore Krishna says, Rishi vi bahudha agitam. Then which one we have to accept? We have to accept that is stated in the Vedic literature. Naso rishi jasa matangana bhinna. Sutayo vivinna. Vedic literature, Sam Jajuri, Kathadva, they are different. They are one. But we understand differently, according to our quality of understanding. Otherwise, all Vedic literature aims to understand Krishna. Vedashta sarvai ahameva vedam. That is the purpose of Veda, to understand Krishna. After many bars of studying of Vedic literature in the process of Jnana Marga, when one becomes actually wise, Bahunam Janmanam Ante, when he is actually wise, Jnanavan, Manga Prapaddate, he understands Krishna and surrenders unto him. That is actually understand. So, Chandovi Vividhai Prithak. But Sri Krishna, Bhagavan, is specially referring here with Brahma Sutra Padaishaiva. Brahma Sutra means Vedanta Sutra. Vedanta Sutra is referring. That is a proof. There are different philosophical ways. Paramanubhada, Nirvisheshvada, Sabhisheshvada, Mayavada, they are all rejected. Simply, Brahma Sutra Padaishchaiva, Hetu must be Vinishchitam. Brahma Sutra means Vedanta Sutra. It is called Brahma Sutra because the first aphorism of Vedanta Sutra is Athata Brahma Jigyasa. This human life is meant for inquiry about Brahma, the absolute truth. That is human life. Therefore it is called Brahma Sutra. What is Brahma? Athata Brahma Jigyasa. Janmadasya jataha. Janmadasya jataha. Brahma is the supreme source of everything. So therefore, Brahma Sutra is called Nyaya Prasthan. Nyaya Prasthan, Shruti Prasthan, Smritis Prasthan. We have to accept this Prasthan, the process of progress, to understand the absolute truth. So, Brahma Sutra is called Nyaya Prasthan, by logic, sufficient logic, Brahma Sutra. Krishna says therefore, Brahma Sutra Padaishaiva, Hetu Madhi, Vinishti, Hetu Mat, with reason. We must understand. Tatsaddhana munayo jnana vairagya juktaya pasyanti atmanam atmane bhakta sruta grihitaya. Bhakta sruta grihitaya. Tatsaddhana munayo jnana vairagya juktaya. One can understand the absolute truth. Absolute truth means the Bhagavan ultimately. Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattam jad jnanam adhyam brahmeti paramatmeti Bhagavan iti sabha. That is paratattva, absolute truth, which is known by somebody as Brahma and somebody as Paramatma and somebody the Supreme Personality of God. The beginners, they understand, the beginners or the neophyte realization is impersonal Brahmeti. Further advanced, this is the achievement of the Jnani. Those who are speculating on the absolute truth, they can understand the absolute truth in the impersonal feature. And those who are still further advanced, yogis, not only speculating, but they are practicing. Actually, they are called yogi. Dhyanavastita tadgatena manasa pasyanti yang yogino. They are yogis. Yogis, the dhyanavastita, in meditation, the mind is absorbed always. Tadgatena manasa. Tadgatena means Vishnu gatena. Om Tat Sat. Tadgatena manasa, by the mind, absorbed in Vishnu, understanding. Tadgatena manasa. Pasyanti jam yogina. Jasantagna vidussura suragana. Devai tasmai no. Devaya tasmai namah. Jagamam Mahavarunanda Rudrastananti Digvaistavai Vedai Shanga Pada Upanishadai Gayanti Jana Samaga. So, yogis are in the second stage of self-realization, but ultimate realization is Bhagavan. The Krishnastu Bhagavan Sayam. Bhagavan has got many expansions. Nam Rishingam Paraha. First expansion is Balaram, then Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Niruddha, then Narayan. In this way, Vishnu, Mahavishnu, Varbhudakshay Vishnu, Kirudakshay Vishnu. In this way, the Vishnu Tattva is expanded. Advaita Achyuta Anadi Ananta Rupam Adyam Purana Purusam Navajopana. So, in this way there are many shastras, many Vedic literature and many explanations. But here Krishna gives a special reference to the Brahma Sutra, Vedanta Sutra. Jnana Vairagya Juktaya means one has to learn very nicely Vedanta Sutra. And the explanation of Vedanta Sutra, natural comment on Vedanta Sutra is Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhasyam Brahma Sutranam. The Srimad Bhagavatam is the natural commentary because the author Vyasdev, after compiling Vedanta Sutra under the instruction of Narad Muni, his guru, Vyasdev's guru is Narad Muni. He was not satisfied even after compiling Vedanta Sutra. He was not very happy. Narad Muni advised him that you should directly describe the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then you will be happy. It is indirect. All the Vedic literatures, they are indirect, direct. Therefore, Vyasdev took Vedanta Sutra and from the very beginning of Vedanta Sutra, Janmadasya Jataha, he commented on the Vedanta Sutra, Janmadasya Jataha Annayat Itaratascha Artheshu Avigya Sarat Tini Brahma Rida Adi Kavai Mayanti Jatra Suraya, in this way. Here Krishna personally gives the Brahma Sutra. So Brahma Sutra's commentary is Srimad Bhagavatam. Therefore, if we want to understand spiritual truth as it is, then the beginning is Krishna's instruction, this Bhagavad Gita. Try to understand Bhagavad Gita very nicely. And if you can understand Bhagavad Gita nicely, perfectly, then you try to study Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam Amalam Puranam. Amalam Puranam. Transcendental Puranam. Puranam means supplementary Vedic literature. That means completes. Because directly Vedic literature is very difficult to understand by the common man. Common man in Vedic literature is not for common man, even by the highly learned Brahmanas, Kshatriyas. Therefore Puranas are there and Mahabharata is also there. Mahabharata is meant for Stri Shudra Dijabandhunang Trayina Sruti Gochara. Stri, woman, Shudra, and Dijabandhu. Dijabandhu means born in a Brahmin family, but he is not a Brahmin. That is Dijabandhu. Friend of a Brahmin. One who is not qualified, Brahmana, Sattva Samadama Titikha Java, Jnanam Vijnanam Astikam Brahma Karma Svabhavaja. He is simply giving his identification, I am Brahmana, without any qualification of a Brahmana. He is called Dijabandhu, friend of a Brahmana. Just like a son of a high court judge, he can say, he has got the right that I am friend of my father, of my son of high court judge. That you can say. But you cannot say that you are high court judge. It is a qualification. Even though you are a son of a high court judge, if you have no qualification, how you can say that I am court judge? But that is going on, especially in India. I have no qualification of a Brahmana, but I say I am Brahman. But they are called Dijabandhu. Dijabandhu. You cannot say. Brahma Janati iti Brahman. If you have got full knowledge of Brahma, then you are a Brahman. Jnanam Vijnanam Astikam Brahma Karma Svabhava. And Narad Muni says that this qualification can be acquired by others also. As a son of a Brahman can by bad association disqualify himself. Similarly, a son of a non-Brahmin, he can qualify himself. It is education. It is not that it is monopoly by a certain section. No, that is not the Vedic intention. Vedic intention is, as it is in the Bhagavad Gita, Chaturvarnam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagasa. Guna karma. You must have the qualities of a Brahmana or a Kshatriya or a Vaishya or a Shudra. There are four divisions of the society. So, if you have the qualification of a Brahmana, guna, and if you act as a Brahmana, then you are a Brahmana. You have no qualification. You don't act as a Brahmana. How you claim yourself as a Brahmana? No, that is not allowed. This is Shastric injunction. Narad Muni says, Jadi annatrapi diseta, tattenaiva vinidise. Every has got qualification. That is very natural. That is very natural. Just say he just lakhanam sad, varnabhimanjakam. To ascertain which class a man belongs, whether it is a Brahmana or a Kshatriya or Vaishya, there are qualifications. Just like ordinarily we know. We understand an engineer by qualification, a medical practitioner by qualification. We don't ask whose son you are, Mr. Engineer. No. If you have got engineer's qualification, you are engineer. Otherwise, how can you be engineer? Similarly, jasahi jad lakhanam sad varna bhimanjakam. Varna. This is Brahminical quality. Bhagavad Gita is saying, satta samodhava titikha java. Saujam, tejam, juddhecha, palayanam, kshatriya. Kshatriya must be very heroic. He will never go away from fighting. If a Kshatriya is challenged, I want to fight with you. Yes, come on. That is Kshatriya. Similarly, Brahmana, there is that qualification. So, if such qualification is acquired by somebody else, even though he is not born in that family, Narad Muni says, tattenaiva vinidise. If a Brahmana has not acquired the Brahminical qualification, but a Kshatriya qualification or a Vaishya qualification or a Shudra qualification, then according to the quality, guna and work, he should be asserted. Similarly, others also, jadi annatra vidiseta, this is Shastric injunction. And Krishna therefore refers to Brahma Sutra Padesya Hetumadhi Vinistita. So, we have to accept the Vedanta Sutra knowledge. Through Vedanta Sutra, Srila Jiva Goswami says, knowledge means Veda Gyan, Vedanta Sutra Gyan, that is knowledge. Because it is very reasonably stated. Reasonably. Hetumadhi Vinistita. So, Krishna gives the authority of Vedanta Sutra. So we should have to accept the authority of Vedanta Sutra and try to understand. But Vedanta Sutra is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam, and if we accept Srimad Bhagavatam, first study Bhagavad Gita, and when we are actually realized, what is realization of Bhagavad Gita? Realization of Bhagavad Gita is to know Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God. That is realization. Aradha Bhagavan Brajasatanaya. Krishna is the Supreme Personality. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Matta Paratarang Nanya Kinchidasti Dhananjaya. There is no more superior authority than me. If we accept that Krishna is the supreme authority, then you learn Bhagavad. And if you try to make minus Krishna, or if you want to take the position of Krishna, like the Mayavadi, then you become a rascal. There is no knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita means to accept Krishna, the Supreme Personality. And Krishna also demands, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam Saranam. That is the authority. So when one accepts Krishna as the supreme authority, then he can be, just like after passing your entrance examination, you can be admitted in the degree college. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita is the ABCD of spiritual knowledge. People even cannot understand the ABCD. What to speak of graduation? Srimad Bhagavatam. They have become so full. so degraded. Uh, Simple thing they cannot understand. Uh, this is the position. Uh, Therefore, our Krishna consciousness movement is trying its best to make people to understand Bhagavad Gita as it is, without any nonsensical interpretation. This is our mission. Uh, but people will not take that. If we give some bluff, that Krishna means you are also Krishna, I am also Krishna, why Krishna alone shall be God, you are also God, I am also, these things will be very much appreciated. Because we bluff, but that bluffing may be very pleasing to the demons, but those who are actually students of Bhagavad Gita, they will not accept this bluff. So therefore Krishna says, Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschit jatati siddhaya jatotamapi siddhyanam kaschit vetti mam tattva. To understand Krishna is difficult job, because Krishna says, Manusyanam sahasreshu. In thousands and thousands of people, one may be interested for siddhi. What is that siddhi? Siddhi, perfection. The perfection is how to get out of this material classes, how to stop this repetition of birth, death, old age, and that is called siddhi. So, kosti jadati siddha. Who is interested? They are dying like cats and dogs. They have accepted. Our death is, that's all. But there is a solution of death. But they are not interested. They are prepared to die like cats and dogs, that's all. The human life is meant for making solution of birth, death, old age and disease, but they will not take it. That's all right, let us die. You are going to accept next life as a tree, never mind. They say like that. I will forget. No, you will have to stand up 7,000 years in one place, that's all right. They have become so dull. This is called Kali Yuga. Mandas mandamatayo mandabhagaj bodhrita. Very slow, very bad, manda means very bad. Sumanda matayo, and if one has got some path or some sect that is also adulterated, nuisance, manda matayo, manda bhagya, unfortunate, even people have no idea what is going to eat tomorrow. Actually these things are coming. Manda bhagya, most unfortunate, and ubadrita, are always disturbed by so many natural disturbances, health disturbances, political disturbances. This is the position. So there is great necessity of pushing on this movement, Krishna consciousness, so that their life may be perfect, although it is a difficult job. But still, we are trying our best. If people take advantage of this movement, then the whole problems of his life will be solved. That is Krishna consciousness movement. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.